So here we are again at Dry Bread Pond. I'm not sure if that actually is Dry Bread Pond from my last little video I made. Apparently over the hill this way there's a bigger pond. It's probably the actual pond. That's more of a puddle. Anyway, there's my tent trailer all set up. Joanna's in there. It's her birthday today. We're just up here by ourselves. This is the first time we've ever in 7 years of marriage been able to camp alone together. Everybody's happily somewhere else, and I'll take it. It's beautiful up here. It's about, I'd say, in the upper 60s right now, maybe 6 p.m. And there's a lot of people, a lot of motorcycles up here. Right now it's quiet, but it's nice. It's awesome to get away. So we'll see how it goes. So here's our fire pit. I cleaned it up a bit, dug it out. It was pretty messy, and as you can see, irresponsible jerks, for lack of a better word that I won't use on camera, left their crap everywhere. So I'll be packing that out to make it a nicer experience for whoever comes next. We've got 2 cords of firewood in the trailer, and this pine is from our pine tree in our front yard from last fall when I cut off a bunch of branches. This is what Joanna gathered from the surrounding woods, and we're about to have dinner backpacker style. We're having 2 mountain house meals that you can buy at Walmart. Anyone who's eaten them before knows they're actually pretty good. You just add 2 cups of boiling water and seal them up, and they cook themselves. And they don't taste like crap. So let's go have ourselves a dehydrated dinner. Yeah. So here are our mountain house meals. We have spaghetti with meat sauce. And here's what that looks like. Dry. Hasn't had water added yet. Over here we have rice and chicken. I've had this one before. It's really good. And there's a lot in there. Can't tell on the camera. But basically they're self-sealing bags. You pour 2 cups of boiling water into them, seal them up, kind of squish it around with your hand, and let them sit for about 10 minutes, and they're ready to go. They're about $7-8 per pouch, so it's a little pricey, but it's worth the convenience. Give you a tour of the trailer. We have our gear on one side on the small bed. It's my backpack full of camping essentials, first aid kit, fire kit, anything we might need. There's an axe in there, I think. Over this way, you don't want to be on camera. Joanna doesn't want to be on camera. So here's our bed for the night, and our view out the window. Perfect. That pond and that campsite. Who cares? So we are waiting for the water to boil. It's getting there. Should be fun. You want to say hi?
Hi.
You want to look at it? No? She won't be on camera, so whatever. So our dinner is cooking in the bag right now, and we're heading up this trail over here. Joanna wants to get some firewood, more than what we have. I'm pretty sure that's attached to a tree, though. Or that thing you want to go get. Huh?
You can go over there. Did you bring your saw?
Yes, it's in my pocket.
Okay.
My awesome Coleman foldable slot saw. It's supposed to do a really good job. We'll see how it does. Just need to find a dead tree. Those are Joanna's shoes.
Cool.
What about this wood? This is totally dry. This will work. What were you pointing at?
That flowery thing. Where did it go?
I don't know. Do this. Oh, that. Huh. I don't know what that is.
I think it turns into that. The one you
Motorcycles.
just stepped on.
Oh, I killed nature. So this is the other pond down the hill. Ew. I don't know, that's not much better than the other one. I guess it could go either way. I'm not sure which one is actually dry bread. There's people camping up there, you can probably hear them. It's nice though, it's peaceful down here. Pretty gully. There's probably going to be animals through our camp tonight with all this water around. Anyway, Joanna's up on the hill wearing my hat. Good bark on this. We're going to try our saw out for the first time. Wow! That did an awesome job. It came right off. I love this thing already. Okay. So here's our stash from our find. I actually was able to use that saw to cut up part of that tree trunk I was working on. It did an awesome job. The Coleman saw, you can buy it at Walmart for 10 bucks. Honestly, it's better than any hand saw I have at home. And look what we found here. How awesome is that? It's good luck, I believe. My boys at home are going to love that. Dylan and Jude. Horseshoe. It looks like it's been around a while. It's all rusty. And right over here to get our fire started when the time comes, we found this, which is just awesome. It was an awesome find. Really get things started off well. This really dry grass will start the fire nicely. It's like someone dumped their grass clippings here. It doesn't look like hay, but whatever, I'll take it. That'll help a lot. I have a dying tree here, and Joanna just pointed out to me this ant colony at the bottom of it, and these ants are freaking huge. You probably can't appreciate it on the camera, but whoa! Pissed a bee off. Anyway, they're all up this tree, and I'm pretty sure that's what's killing it. Sad. Oh look, a silkworm. Hope you guys can see that. Swinging in the breeze. So we're like the two bears. Our porridge was too hot, so we went for a walk. We gathered firewood. I hope after dark that doesn't keep happening. Anyway, and they're not quite done. The rice isn't quite cooked, and the spaghetti is kind of soupy. We measured it right, so still hungry, still waiting. So hungry. Okay, so things didn't get much better for the spaghetti with meat sauce. It's spaghetti soup. I don't know if you can see how liquidy that is. It tastes alright, but the texture is pretty gross. You can pretty much stick a straw in there, go to town. But the rice turned out really well. There's a lot of it too, and I've had this one. So I don't know, we made it right, but something went wrong. Maybe there was a new guy at the factory that didn't know how much to put in a damn bag. I have no idea. Anyway, recommend it for flavor, but not texture so much. But maybe it was my bad, I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna have spaghetti soup and chicken and rice. We got two, so we could trade them back and forth. And
look how much there is.
There's a lot. I made a lot of food.
That's enough for two people, seriously.
Yeah, and it was only $6 and something. So we're going to take a walk up here. The sun's going down. We're going to walk up to the top of this hill. I always wondered what was on the other side. Just like the bear that went over the mountain. Anyway, it's a beautiful evening. The view is spectacular. We're nearing the summit of this little hill. It's very green and forested. We're almost there. Wait for it. It's a whole lot of... Ooh, I just scared a bird. A whole lot of mountains and trees. Nothing wrong with that at all. And the sun going down. God, it's so beautiful. Even if there are other people up here. Just listen to that. Absolutely incredible. We are watching the last few minutes of the sun as it disappears over the horizon. The sky turned orange. It's amazing. There it goes. There it went. Wow, look at the sky turn orange. That's better close up, huh? Absolutely breathtaking. Joanna's over there. Did you hear me? I won't pick on her. She doesn't want to be in the video. Just absolutely amazing. Camera's having a hard time with the sunset. I think it's time to light a fire. So, we gathered some more wood up on that hill when we were up there watching the sunset. Still setting, I suppose. Anyway, I think it's time to light the fire. It looks lighter out here in the camera than it actually is, which is good. So, we get our little nest, bird nest built and start see what we can come up with here. Okay, so this is my fire kit. I keep all kinds of things in here. I have dryer lint, which burns really well. It's really good for starting fires. A lot of people don't know that, unless maybe they burn their house down with it. I don't know. These are similar to S-bit cubes. They're a chemical tablet. and they burn really well. Two of them burning together will boil about 2 cups of water in maybe 5 to 6 minutes, and they'll just burn themselves out. You can also use them to start fires. These are my matches. It's got a little flint on the bottom. You've probably seen those before. And of course, I have a lighter, and then what we're going to use tonight is my ferro rod. Basically flint and steel, and this part is actually magnesium, so you can actually shave off magnesium shavings from it. Magnesium shavings. You can shave off magnesium. Here's my bird's nest. I took some of that straw. It's hard to see right now, but I made a little bird's nest. Put some smaller twigs on top. I'm going to see get this going. Can you do this? Just point it at the fire. While I light it. Can you see it all? Okay. Point it at the fire. All right. Well, we finally got it going. The ferro rod didn't take to the grass. The grass just burned out really quickly. It just turned black and died. So I ended up putting one of those espit tablets in the fire and lighting that. And it's really taken off. So we're putting some bigger stuff on there now. Looks like we got ourselves a fire. So, I don't know if you can see me or not, but the batteries in our lantern, our main lantern, crapped out. I tested them at home and they were fine, and now we have no light except for my little flashlight. We do have some light. In the meantime, we're just enjoying the fire. It's about 10 p.m. and we're gonna do some s'mores, and then we'll probably call it a night, go climb in and get warm and go to sleep. So I'll see you tomorrow. That is an awesome fire. Burn, baby, burn. Well, it's about 7 a.m. Slept great. Really comfortable. Joanna's still asleep. In fact, the whole place is. Take a look. Just quiet and peaceful. Anyway, I gotta go hike up into the trees, find somewhere to take care of business, and then we'll get breakfast started if I can shake off the cobwebs. This is the same valley where the sun set, so we're looking west again from the top of the hill.
starting to hear people's voices, so people are starting to wake up. It's a very peaceful morning. I'm going to wake Joanna up with the smell of breakfast.
So breakfast is corned beef hash. It's kind of a tradition in our family when we camp. It's got to be really bad for you. A lot of salt, a lot of fat, greasy. But hey, we're camping, so those rules go out the window as far as I'm concerned. And to make things worse, it's better with butter. To be honest, this kind of looks and smells like Alpo, but it tastes much better. Because, you know, I would never fry dog food for my wife for breakfast in the morning. Not even if we were starving. It's coming along. It's kind of soupy right now, but eventually it'll be crispy. It's getting there. Usually also we might throw in some eggs with this to give it some body, but I forgot to bring eggs, so this is breakfast. It's almost done. So here's our finished product. I'm about to eat. Eating by myself because Joanna has a really bad headache and is resting still. So anyway, that's corned beef hash. Here goes nothing. Well, that's it. I'm nice and full, and I think now I'm going to go for a little walk. Just watching these birds dive bomb this little pond. I was hoping to see some deer or something this morning down here, but I haven't seen anything. Sorry about the wind. So check this out. Joanna and I spotted this on our way back with firewood last night from the top of the hill. It's 2 sticks with a, I don't know, piece of wire and a Peterbilt floor mat from a truck or something, or I guess that's a wheel flap. Anyway, looks like some kind of strange auto mechanics altar to the gods. So I don't know if somebody built this just to confuse someone like me that comes along and says, what the hell is that? So I'm going to add to it so that when someone else comes along, they'll think it's even weirder than I did. So here's my contribution to the altar of weirdness. We got some aluminum cans, shotgun shells, some rubber thing, and a shot up old tin can. I was considering putting a sign here that said, "We sure loved you, Jimmy," or some crap like that. But anyway, I added to it. This is going to be confusing. I wish I could see the faces of people when they come by and look at it. It's like that scene in Jeremiah Johnson where the Native Americans keep adding to the little altar they built because they respected Jeremy Johnson for rescuing a crazy woman. Anyway, if you've seen that movie, you know what I'm talking about. If not, then I'm just as crazy as this altar, I guess. So there you go, the altar of weirdness. So as you can hear, the motorcycles are starting to pick up again. I just hiked up this trail It just goes on and on, up higher and higher. It's more of an ATV trail than anything else, of course. Some guy just drove by me really slow, like I was a deer or something. Well, look, a person in the woods. As you can see, they're driving pretty close to our tent trailer. It's kind of annoying, but you know, they're not really being too obnoxious. They're just having fun like we are, so I'm good with it. Anyway, having a good time. Joanna's just not feeling good this morning, which is unfortunate. And so I'm just out having myself a solo day hike, not a very big one either. So hopefully she'll be up soon and we can take a walk together. So I just realized our campfire is still smoldering from last night. It's supposed to be dead out, so that's what I'm gonna try to do. We didn't have one this morning because we were pretty warm and it hasn't been a really cold morning. Look at that, water's boiling. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, that should help. Here come the motorcycles. So I'm a firm believer in leaving it better than you found it. Pack it in, pack it out, all that stuff. So I've gone ahead and built up this fire pit. Made it look a lot nicer. Kind of hollowed out the middle. When I found it, it was a big pile of ash and I had to really clean it up. This is everything that other people left in the campfire, like it was a garbage can. So I'm going to be hauling that out. I left a nice pile of wood that we gathered. We didn't have to use our cords of wood that we brought, so that's good. They'll stay in the trailer for another camp out. And it looks much better, I think. And that's it. Looks like I have a little bit of battery left, so obviously we've packed up what's left of our campsite. Better than we found it, I hope. All hooked up and ready to go. So definitely for sure this time. See you next time.